Welcome back. Oh, these talks are really good for me because they're nice. They're nice to get things out of your mind. You don't want too much clogging up the funnel, and you just want to let things out and just talk things out. And I feel like that's a really good skill that everyone needs to develop. I want to talk about a topic I heard today from a guy I just recently discovered on YouTube, probably within the past probably three months. His name is Seth Frisco, if I remember his last name correctly, and he seems to be a past former bodybuilder. It seems he has his own supplement company, and just seems to be a very grounded man who knows his priorities and his values. And there was something, I was watching this video, and I'll put a link to the video up on here, but he was talking about how you don't have problems, you just have little inconvenience things that just kind of get in the way, everyday things that kind of nip at you like some flies. And when he said that, I had to stop and think a little bit, and he showed his audience a video that he's been watching and referring to for the past 2 weeks. But the video is summing it up is showing a 3-year-old boy being walked down the hallway of a hospital while the staff of the hospital is silently lying across the walls in a respectful manner to show honor to this young boy because he is donating his organs to other children who need them to help save their life. And just watching that video, and if you see the video and you watch this video, see the mother curled up on the hospital bed with her child. And as a father of one so far, that was an extremely emotional video to watch. I mean, I just trying to imagine my now almost 8-month-old baby boy lying in my wife's arms and my arms, knowing that he is gone to be with God. Just really shows that you don't really have problems in life, you just have the day-to-days. And it really makes you think about what you actually freak out about and what you actually think deserves your attention or your energy. When someone cuts you off in traffic, you think, oh, that guy's an a-hole, or your coworker wants to talk bad behind your back, or my son knocking over a glass of water that I put somewhere that he can reach, or just little things that they're just not that, they don't really matter. They really don't. And it's easy to say that in the moment. Our emotions just get the best of us and just fill us full of the want to act upon what has been done to us. And I'm only 24. I'm still crazy new to this whole parent thing. But what's really actually a problem in life? What's actually causing problems in life? I have this condition, if you could call it that. It's called lipoma, and it's just fatty cells building up inside my body on certain areas. I have my forearms, I have them inside my thighs, I have them on my stomach. They don't cause me pain, and they're just aesthetic inconveniences in my daily life. They don't hinder me from working out, loving my wife, loving my son, doing the best work I can do every day. sharing my thoughts, my emotions. It doesn't stop me. It's just a little day-to-day thing that I gotta deal with. It's not cancer. I'm not dying. So it makes you think about what are you complaining about and creating, just giving so much power. How much power are you giving to things in your life? Are you going through a midlife crisis, or are you actually just giving too much weight to things that truly just need to get pushed to the side? Do you really feel overwhelmed and feel like your world is crashing down, or do you really just need to set some boundaries and just say no to more things? That video just really made me think about like what's actually the most important things that actually deserve our attention. You know, our son, this past week, we tried peanut butter with him for the first time, and he broke out in some hives. It could have been worse. He could have started swelling up. His throat could have been started swelling up. His tongue could have. He could have stopped breathing, and he could have died on the way to the hospital. Luckily, that wasn't the case, and he just got some hives. He was still laughing and clapping and cheering, and we took him to the walk-in clinic, and he was good to go. But that stuff, like the stuff that actually affects the things that really, really matter in life, is actually what deserves our attention. Because at the end of life, I'm not going to worry about whether someone watches me making these videos and how I initially was embarrassed to film in public. I'm gonna think about, well, I'm really upset because maybe I didn't say I love you enough, or maybe I didn't reach out as much as I would have liked to, or I wish I would have chased that thing that could have, or I think that could have made my life better. I just think about all of that. And for some reason, becoming a parent has made me very has made me reflect a lot on death, and at my deathbed, what do I want to be feeling and thinking and doing? And to be honest with you, I don't want to die in a bed. I want to die doing the things I love. And if that means I die in the middle of a gym, or I die reading a book, or I die just doing whatever I love to do, then that's how I want to go. I don't want to die because I didn't take care of myself and I was forced to be bedridden for the last few moments of my life. But really, it makes you think, because all these things we chase in life, all these things we try to acquire in life, when our time comes for all this to pass, because it comes for all of us, we don't get to take it with us, and we don't ever get to experience it ever again. So how much of this BS that we're all chasing is actually worth anything to us? It may be worth much to someone else, but what's it worth to us? What is actually valuable in our lives that deserves our undivided attention, that actually deserves for us to worry about and be anxious about and to think about constantly? What are the actual things? The waiter bringing out your wrong food, that's not something that you should be worried about. That's something you should brush off and just eat your food and enjoy it. I know it's such a cliche saying, but when someone wastes food, someone always says, man, a kid in Africa would love that. It's such a cliche, and everyone doesn't really care about it much because it's said so often. And maybe if it was said a little more sparingly, that it would be valuable a little bit more. But it's true. You know, all the food we all waste here in the developed nations, especially here in America, are we actually enjoying and actually cherishing the food we get? Because you won't cherish something until you don't have it. You want those extra hours of sleep when that newborn is just keeping you awake all night. You want that extra time to go just walk on the beach and feel the sand on your toes when you get paralyzed in a car accident. And as you see, I don't know what any of those experiences are like. But the better you can prepare yourself and understand that the real things that matter in life deserve your attention, the more able you'll be able to deal with the things that just don't matter. That simply don't deserve your time or energy. And the quicker you be able to come to terms with the things that don't matter in life and just brush them off and move on and keep your focus on what actually matters in life, like your family and your health and maybe your career if you love it and if it's something that truly brings life into you. Those are things that off the top of my head for universally should be the things that just really matter. Not the car, not the house, not the watch, not the shoes, with a big pool. It should be the things that, in a way, you'll never get to enjoy once you're gone. Those are the things that matter. Is that when your time comes for you to pass on to the next world, for you to leave this earth, the things that truly do matter are the things that you know you'll never truly get to enjoy to its fullest. And yeah. And guys, these videos are all just for me being able to just share my life, and I'm no more special than the next person who wants to share their emotions and their thoughts and their feelings. But I understand that not everyone does it, and that's okay. That's not okay, but I get that it's a process. And so, the goal is I want to be able to speak and help as much people as I can for a living. I just want to help people and speak to people and share with people and just talk about the real things that matter in life, and that's my goal. And the way to do that is I have set up Patreon for you guys to support me. A link in the description. I'm only going to ask for $1 a month. But if others want to support my word, I want them to have the ability to do so if they so choose. So thank you for talking with me guys today, for listening. If you have any of your own thoughts, if you have any topics that you think you want me to discuss or just cover, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'm more than welcome to talk about anything. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you later.